Wait, no, that's it. No, my God.
Stay my water. Stay my water. I want you flowing through my veins. Let me go insane every time I fall sick.
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here taking a look at performance film 10. I am so excited for this. It looks like a whole vibe just based off of the thumbnail. And I just can't wait. We are taking a look at this piece of material in celebration of hitting 1,000 members on Patreon and over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is absolutely humbling to me, and the fact that I can make this with those celebrations in mind is truly an honor, and I am very thankful to be able to watch this alongside you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. Who we calling? Are we calling that girl that we loved but not really loved? We had a hand, a little bit creepy. Cognitive dissonance joins the chat. He's like, I'm you from the future, but also that top reminds me of standing next to you. This Way to Water. That's one of his tracks, isn't it? And adding some waving. Wow. He said, hey, thanks for doing that. Okay. So we have one person walk. Is that the same? Is this the same, or is he different now? How many personalities does Tin have in this film? I have no idea. But there's water on the floor. Love it. But the top that he had, I think that was his Nightwalker fit, reminded me of Standing Next to You, Baby Zoo from Lineup 9, whacking top 16. We have a costume change.
Yes, I can see the pretty girls, they come around. I do a diva. You're entertaining what I'm about. All these people keep on talking, you ain't hearing what they say. I know you love all the attention that just comes when you're with me. Baby, I never thought that you'd fall in love with me.
Woohoo!
You, I go and see. Don't take the information if you don't.
I wonder if it's cold. Oh my God. And it's a cool effect, but I bet they're freezing.
He said, she said, you on the first page, third page. You've been stuck like Medusa messing up. So get it together, can't wait to better yet. Don't forget to put my name. You just wanna waste my time, you just wanna taste my patience, but you could never take my pride. Now you know that I'm just dangerous, girl, it's dangerous. So.
Oh my God. This is such an easy watch. Oh my God. The tension. He's putting the 10 in tension. Come on. Oh, that was so good. It was so good. He's still on the phone. I don't think you're allowed that much time on the phone. He keeps hanging it up, doesn't he? Or no, he keeps dropping or whatever. Are we still trying to call someone and he's still there? He's like, he's giving title track energy. That one. Wait, no, that's it. No, my God. Oh, I was waiting for like 17 more minutes of that. Oh, Lord. This was awesome. Okay, then. Wow. This is amazing. This was so good. Now, I watched Kai's, right? I watched his performance films, and that'll be on Patreon by the time this makes its way out to YouTube, right? But okay, something that SM does very well are their performance films. They are so captivating. They're like movies, and I think that's the point. That's why it's called a film. They live up to the name of the expectation in which it's called. Like, this is amazing. Okay, so he's running. He's wet. It is raining. Puts in, that is an American quarter if you were curious. There are two different types. You can get one that has a state on it, and you can get one that has the eagle on it. Hit, hit, hit. He's calling. Who's he calling? Is that the date in which this track is going to launch? I don't freaking know. I'm curious what the Easter eggs on that are. Hand has been grabbed. He looks over. I'd be concerned. For me, I wouldn't stay in the booth. I would peek out of the booth to look around. But hey, he's not me. That's fine. Wild. This film is wild. He peeks out. I know it's for the visual effect, but I know realistically we would not be in that booth still. But I know he's on the phone too. But then he clocks himself. He's looking. Is he looking because he sees himself? Or not? Now, he's here and he's literally gonna like move. Baby, go insane. So this is water. I do have water on my spreadsheet of things to celebrate. So that's coming down because it's a live performance. But I know Nightwalker. I'm trying to intentionally finish my marathon on that one. Because, ooh, Lord. And then right here we go. We have some drenched dancers. I get it. We look a little bit like haggard. Maybe that's the point. We're here for it. Hitting over. Boom. So it's giving JT. Justin Timberlake. Love it. So cool. But I think he has more groove than JT does. Ballsy statement? Yes. But that's okay. Jury's still out for all of that, but I'm going to be real with you. 10's movement quality works very, very well on an R&B, Spanish-y influenced track like this. This matters. And you got to see it all over this film. So I love the fact we get to celebrate that. Super cool. The pull is also really nice. I like how he takes the energy, hitting it through. I like how he takes the arms, and it's always causing an energy push with the shoulders, with the isolation. It's so fun. When he picks it up, little kick on that, and then he goes, boom. I love that little explosion to the side. That's so fun. And then the camera was able to clock that and then pan over to the other side while he's able to kind of do a little, it's not really like a salsa step, but it's definitely like a little toe tap variant, which is really fun. Then he pulls it, and I love these little details that he does, at least in this film that we're seeing, where he's pulling and he's allowing the head to be this last thing that goes. It's so nice. I would say BTBT dance practice with BI is a great example of that too. Gosh, that's so fun. That tight and the little snap out of that. And then right there, this little extra sustain before we keep going. I love that part. Da 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 da. It feels like a conversation. We're wooing someone. It feels very much like that. And if this is the choreo for Water, I'm excited to see the full thing with all the dancers, but this is phenomenal for what it is. Goodness. And then bring it over. Da 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 da. None of it looks awkward. But it's like the phrasing is cool. Da da da. I hear the crispness of some of these sounds that are coming off on the track and how all of them are hitting it, not just 10. Because if it was 10 and the other dancers weren't doing it, it wouldn't work as well. And if 10 wasn't doing it and the dancers were, it also wouldn't work. So the fact that all of them are working together, it's awesome. And I like the fact too that he picked 2 dancers versus having a full arsenal of dancers, because it really makes the second one in the film really stand out because of the number as well. So fun. Yeah, da 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 da. And I like how we're like pushing the energy more so there as well. Take the energy, press it up, drop down, and then we go, be my time. and tries so, and he has this nice little moment, look in a little camera. We love it. Then he races down, stay, look at the speed change, he's sustaining it. And then he pulls once again on the shoulder. It's not just an arm throw, he's allowing the torso for like 85% of the time at least be involved in what's going on in the lower half, and that's why it sells so well. Really nice. And he goes, water. It's like we're holding, yeah, he hits it through and it isolates to the hips, melting over here. And he goes pulse, pulse, down. And if you're going to talk about water and if you're going to set your scene wet like this, having a sense of legato in tension, legato in smoothness, and usage of breath, usage of waves, that's going to be your best friend in this, and that's exactly what you see. So fun. And they brace it over. The throw is nice. Right there into a thread was really fun in connection. And then he ends up doing a little trace, boom, boom, like the little tap on the back, takes it over, and then he doubles it. So he goes single, and then he hits it. Notice a different hand change with the arms a little bit more full. Then he brings it over. I like the energy, allowing, once again, the torso to be involved in the arms on that. Then we bring it through. Boom, baby, go insane. Oh, nice. Then we throw, picking it up, and then we do a little switch up in the torso with the arms, with the legs, and then we tap is fun. And then from here, instead of throwing it, we have a little melt. The dancers drop lower. He's able to have his moment lifting up. Ooh, and little water. Dancers frame to him. He has this moment. He's just standing there. And then right here, boom, water. Oh my God. Yeah, so it goes boom, water. Then we take it to the side, little heel toe on that. But it also is we're digging his right foot, digging ball to heel to make that more smooth. And then from there, hit over. Now, a lot of these sequences can become redundant if how they're packaging it feels similar, which is not quite the case because our camera shots are different. Also, where they're facing and the phrasing before and after these little taps and these little side to side direction changes are being set up. All of those things are working in the favor of this, and it's just short enough to where we're not going to get it super redundant, right? Because I do feel if we're going to see this again, I am going to be curious about if it feels that way there. And switch it, there's that crispness instead of crisped justification to the back, they're crisping it to the front. Is kind of the best way to word it. I like that choice. That water, ooh, speed change, little interruption, little glitch before he lets the fingers, the hand determine the direction on that. Yep, that water, and he continues it on, and he goes dee 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 dee. It was polyrhythm. He's hitting the dee 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 dee, the strums on the Spanish guitar, taking the hands, bringing them down, and then creating a really nice legato in the torso. That switch, bring it over. And then from there, he just walks away. The dancers, they're probably so freaking cold. If it's really like, your breath is showing like that, and they're wet, oh my God, give them a heater and a cookie and coffee or something. So he goes, I don't know how many times he's been leaving this phone booth, but I don't know. It's interesting. So he's walking, looking at himself, of course, his night walker self. That's probably over here, right? The heartbeat is cool. Or maybe he's not looking at himself. He's just noticing the footprints. Now the question is this track tying into the next one, or is it tying into its own track that's on his album? Right? There's your Nightwalker. Gosh, this thing should have been like 17 minutes. It should have been 10 minutes. Why only 4? The look is fun. I am low-key, though, based on the sound. I am waiting for the groovy. Everywhere is what I'm waiting for the type of beat it is. Now, the dancers are there. Nice and still. You see the little reflection in the back. They're in a pool. There's no water there. The walk. He's coming in. He said, oh, hi there. So I do think that this intermission, like, music could be from a different track, which I think is smart. Is smart. Here we go. 10's coming in hot. Now, how many of these tattoos are actually his? Maybe this one? I don't know. I mean, as you guys can tell, these aren't going anywhere. So I've had these tattoos for a hot minute now, and I have a big back piece now too. So and it's been a hot minute too with 10 on seeing him in Birthday. I think that was my very first watch of his, and then I'm watching him with Great Dance Crew. I'm marathoning his stuff, and there's a huge gap between like one of the videos that I watch in this marathon to here. So I do know that, but I'm very excited. Just if I'm being honest, the kind of jump, not really quite jump, but the movement quality and his maturity of movement and the beauty of his performance quality, from the beginning to now, it's not a huge jump, but it is a jump though. That's what I want to honestly hope for myself as an artist from my 2010 days to now. I want to feel like at least how I present myself has some sense of maturity. My performance quality is elevated. It feels genuine, just like it did back then. It feels genuine now, and that I'm able to have some ownership of my own craft, and that I have more of an artistic identity as an artist. I see that with 10 very clearly, and if anything, like I've said, he reminds me a lot of myself on my choreography journey and the movement quality progression. He reminds me a lot of that, but it's also me that's referencing myself, not somebody else referencing it and seeing the correlation. So I am curious about y'all's thoughts. If you've seen some of my older stuff, I think I only have a couple things launched that are from the older days. I am curious about that. Like, do I also have that difference? I don't know, but I like being able to look at 10 as a human and be like, yo, your pocket and your posture and how you've been growing as a human is incredible, and I am inspired by that, and I am hopeful that I was able to also kind of experience that myself. You know, I feel that way, but it's also, you never really know because you lived it, right? But it's really cool to see. Dancers are in. I love, just honestly, it's such a tease. He's such a freaking tease. But he didn't really touch him barely at all, but it feels like he was just all over him. That's wild to me, just the type of charisma he has. The reverb and the drop on that was so cool. The drop down was really, really nice, and then you have just they went from windows into columns, which is also nice. He has his arms, boom, boom, boom. That right there. What's the word? Filthy? Yeah. Oh, so good. And then he reinstates, oh my God, come on. And it's because he's not just doing the movement, he has groove. He has groove. Oh my God. And I love his eye contact in these conversations that he's having. That's what it feels like. He's having little conversations. He's such a player in this dance. Boy. He literally, every time he's interacting with someone, he's giving the definition of being present in the moment. It doesn't feel like a facade, which is why it feels convincing, which is why I like it. It's cool. And that little diva, and then she's sitting in it, she's giving him eye contact, which is cool. He's going, Wah-cha. So I like that moment there. They go low to high. Yeah, entertain what I'm about, cool, about. I like the kick, the little kicks that they're doing here is really fun. The dancers have now gone off. I think it's a really smart way to utilize the LEDs on, like, taking the little bars and putting them around the pool. It's really dope, and it kind of ties into this light that they set up there too. And I love that he's, once again, hovering. And then he pulls her, and really good commitment on the dancers. The dancers are selling this and making it look this way too. So cool. And they hit da 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 conversation. And then right there, what a player. He just passed the torch. And right here he says, what you want, girl? And she said, invitation. She said, come on. He said, when? Oh, yeah. And then right there, once again, he's not just leaning. He's tilting it like he's got something to do, And then you have ladies coming in the back. I love this energy. And then, of course, he has a little black glove. Does it feel like we're going a little MJ influence? I think MJ is such an influential figure in the music scene in general. We will never disregard it. And because of the black glove, not black, but the single glove, that was an MJ fingerprint of the utilization of just a single glove. It's cool. We love it. I like the black, though. The heel toe on this and the usage of the hips. Oh, my God. So nice. Oh, da. Love that. Hitting it through. Boom. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. And I love this little snaking up. I can see the Taman influence on him on here, too. The little reverb on that to the reset is so fun. If you don't hear nothing from me. Ooh, she said, let me do a little trace real quick. He goes, oh no, great spacing. Whenever we have silhouette stuff like this, the spacing matters a lot more than when you don't. So I love the fact that we have it super clean like this. Guys, we've seen some films together where that was not the case. And then having the LEDs switch like that. Yeah, the boom and the with the hips, with the bevel switch, with the arms. Oh. Yeah, that she said boom boom. Once again, still conversation. We look over, little isos, little syncopation of the arms. Yep, and the first page first. I love the fullness of this leg. He is killing it right here. And right here, the hit with the extra dip into it. It's different than the one that he did during the water set, right? Then the reset boom. And I love this. He knows how to commit with this. And that sells it about as much as the fullness of his movement. And he hits it over, boom, boom, boom. He takes his hands. He's making it his own little moment. Come on. Dancers have this really nice hinge of tension. Then right here. Come on. Come on. He is a walking red flag. That's how committed to this he is as an artist. I would, if I genuinely thought that he was like this as a human, I would stay as far away as possible for the sheer desirability of a red flag he appears. Does that make sense? He makes people question, like, maybe dating a bad guy isn't bad after all. No, it's a horrible idea. He is so good at the deceptiveness, and also he's kind of showing the cards anyway based on the choreographic structure of, look how much of a player he's able to commit here with other people. Now, I really don't think he's like this in real life. I don't know. But how he's able to showcase himself as an artist is so commendable and very captivating. So hats off to you. I'm not going to take my hat off because I have a greasy head, but I would take my figurative hat off to you. This one. Thank you. We love it. God, this is good. Gosh. And he sets it through. Boom, da da da, boom, boom. And I like the reset on that. He pushes it, which is great on that front too. The turn is great. Da da da. I love that. And this right here. Ooh, that was one of the most isolatedly teasy rolls that you saw. The boom, boom. Notice this upper body. What are we using? Groove. Thank you. It's the chest. Then hits it high to low. Love that choice. And then we're using nice tension on the chest on that, but it's a little different. Take it up. He bites it because he can. God, that's so good. He hits it over. Da 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 da. And then do a little pas de bourrée to reset to the side. The dangerous. Smoking is dangerous. Not good for the lungs. And also, dating you is probably dangerous as well. It's kind of what it comes across. I mean, have you seen Lie to You? Lie to Me, right? Lie to Me? The previous track video. That's a walking red flag too, but it comes across a little bit more innocent. It's so fun. So fun! And bring it over and over, nice little accent with the kick. And then he hits a little ball change, dangerous. And he switches, boom, boom. I love the bevel switch on that. He turns out of it, and then the hinge is fun. It makes you just want to look. Oh, the dancers do a great job coming up and over. And they go up, have the nice little fun party vibe, little step touch, never hurt nobody. And hits over, and then here's your tension once again. Oh, love that. Boom, boom, and then we reset out of it. We turn. He says, "You wish, you wish," and then they sit down, ready to go. Of course, there's a silhouette to finish it. He's clocking us. Are we the Night Walker? Are we him? Don't know. So there he is right there. I think it's a mix. And that's him right there. So that's a really cool shot, not gonna lie. I think they had to rotoscope it possibly. He walks away. 10. Ooh, Lordy. Lordy, what a tease, my guy. This was fantastic. And this is teasing me too. Now, technically on my spreadsheet, Nightwalker is next, but I think I'm going to look at Water first because Nightwalker's the title track. And I think that's going to make me feel like that's a really nice, like, punctuation on the end of this marathon. But Lord have mercy. Thank you guys so much for watching this. And if this is your first video, hi, I'm Jess, and I do dance analysis for people like 10, as well as with many other K-pop groups and shows alike, like I had mentioned. If you want more than just what you're seeing here, there's so much more on Patreon. You guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.